Hello YouTube, and for today I want to talk to you about James Marsters as Piccolo. Now, to start things off, I did post another link on the side, and um, these are new pictures that, just in case you haven't seen, I'm sure most of you have seen these. But for anybody who's watching this and you haven't seen these pictures, you haven't seen like the new pictures that have been recently released, you might want to check this out. And I'm really loving these new pictures. Um, Again, it shows Goku, it shows Piccolo again, and there's a very intense shot of the two of them together. Like it shows like the the real heart and the real like essence of what the collision between the two of them is going to be, and that just looks good. And Piccolo, um, you notice that Piccolo does in fact have antennas. Does in fact have his signature antennas. They just don't stick out the way they did in the anime. They're kind of fused to his head, and this was really hard to tell before, but it's really clear to see now that he does in fact have those. And this, even there's also a shot of the tournament fight between Mai and Chi Chi, which I think looks even better than the previous shots that we've seen way back a few months back, a lot of months back. Like there was a camera phone um um video that leaked on the internet of the tournament fight between those two, and the pictures that you see here, I feel like it's even more intense than what you saw before, especially. So that's good. So check those out, and onto the real subject of the video, which is James Marsters' portrayal. And I think that James Marsters is probably the single the most impressive person, possibly besides Chow Yun Fat, in this movie right now. I mean, just from looking at the trailer, James Marsters, he definitely knows what he's doing. He knows he is Piccolo. He sounds like Piccolo. Like he definitely looks the part now. I mean, his outfit isn't the same, but um, um, judging his facial um, footage, his characteristics, his voice, everything about it, it's really screaming Piccolo here. I mean, even some of the people who hate the movie, like one of the few good things that some of them say about this movie is that they like the person playing Piccolo, and so I mean Piccolo. I mean, what he's doing as Piccolo. I mean, Piccolo's quest in this movie, it's pretty much the same as it was in the anime. Finding the Dragon Balls to regain his youth. He wants to find the Dragon Balls to regain his youth, and to take revenge on the Earth for his imprisonment, which is pretty much the essence of what he's doing in this movie, which is great. But there is a change from the anime with that they made in this movie, which is that instead of instead of it being Raditz who reveals Goku's Saiyan origin, it's gonna be Piccolo. Piccolo is gonna reveal to Goku that he's a Saiyan, and um, that his birth name is Kakarot actually. So this is a bit confusing because the description for Piccolo in this movie is that he's been sealed away for 2,000 years. So if he's been locked away in quote prison for 2,000 years, how does he know this about Goku? I'm not sure exactly. And part of the remaining part of his character description is that Goku is supposed to help him take over the Earth and maybe the universe too. So again, I'm not sure exactly how that's going to work out. Gotta wait to see the movie first to see how that's going. So James Marsters, going back to him, he is the most in, uh, the most enthusiastic person in the cast and the crew. I mean, there were a few videos that he did before where he was talking to fans about it, and you could tell his level of excitement was so high, and he had um, such a deep respect, such a really deep honor for the the entire franchise for the series, or what Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z stood for, and specifically with the character of Piccolo, because he said Piccolo was his favorite character. I believe he was actually talking about Piccolo Jr. But but in the sequels, he is gonna be playing the younger Piccolo, presumably. But anyway, he has such a deep respect, and one of the things that really impressed me the most about it was that he was really willing to put his career in this movie. Well, he was really willing to put on his involvement in this movie on the line to make sure that Piccolo was portrayed correctly, because the producers, they wanted to go with a safer look. They wanted him to look younger than Piccolo was supposed to be, because Lord Piccolo is actually supposed to look old and decrepit at first, and then get younger when he wishes for eternal youth. But the producers, they kind of wanted to um, do away with that. They wanted him to look young and beautiful for the entire movie, but Marsters refused. He said that they had to go with the old decrepit look before he becomes more youthful, and he was willing to get fired to do that. I mean, that is such a commitment. That is such like that is like the crowning achievement on that really shows what kind of fan he is. That he is somebody who takes it seriously, who holds such a respect and wants to portray his character correctly as he saw in the anime. So that really boosted my confidence, especially in his performance and in this movie overall. So I have to say James Marsters is quite possibly the best thing about this movie right now. I am loving every single minute of it. He is doing such an excellent job just from what I can see so far. I really cannot wait to see the entire thing. And so um, I'm I'm gonna leave you with another question, like I did in my last video, and this question is gonna be this: in the sequel, um, um, what characters, or what unexpected characters do you hope to see in the sequels? And I don't mean people like Vegeta or Nappa, because those guys, they're pretty much guaranteed to appear. But but here's an example. The person I would like to see, who may or may not be in a sequel, is Bardock, the father of Goku, Goku's dad. I would like to see him in a movie, in a sequel, just to get the whole history of Goku. You know, you know. So who is it? Who is somebody like Bardock? Who would you like to see in the sequel? So tell me about that. Leave your comments and your answers, and thank you for listening to me again.